Let me tell you the real story of Braveheart. Most of the world had never heard about William Wallace or Scotland's Wars of Independence until this fantastic movie came out in the 90s, although it is historically inaccurate. There isn't much evidence of Wallace before the Battle of Stirling Bridge. What we do know was he was born in 1270 in either Elderslie in Renfrewshire or Ellerslie in Ayrshire. The first mention of Wallace was that he was an outlaw and killed the English Sheriff of Lanark in 1297. He went on to lead a rebellion across central Scotland, eventually joining forces with Sir Andrew de Murray, a very important Scottish figure who isn't mentioned in Braveheart. Murray was from the northeast and led the rebellion in the Highlands, meeting Wallace and his forces in Dundee. He was also the tactical commander behind the victory of the Battle of Stirling Bridge. In Braveheart it's just the Battle of Stirling, as they don't include the bridge, but the bridge played a massive role in the Scots victory that day. On the day of the battle, both Murray and Wallace were based on Abbey Crag, which is a hill facing onto Stirling Castle, and now the location of the National Wallace Monument. This gave them the advantage of scoping out the English from a distance who were stationed at Stirling Castle. Both armies were on either side of the River Forth. The surrounding terrain was a marshland, and the only way to cross was a small wooden bridge not far from the castle. When there was a third of the English army over Stirling Bridge, Murray and Wallace ordered the attack, knowing they would be trapping the English in this marshy terrain. The bridge eventually collapsed while the English soldiers tried to get back across. The heavy armour the soldiers wore meant they were unable to swim, dragging many of them to their deaths. The English began to flee, leaving the Scots victorious. Wallace and Murray were both knighted and made the Guardians of Scotland. When Mel Gibson attended the premiere of Braveheart in Stirling, he was asked by a local why he hadn't included Stirling Bridge in the movie. Mel Gibson said that the bridge got in the way, so the local replied, "Aye, that's what the English found as well,